Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. As you can see, there was a cat head and a cat tail in the in the view. Some things haven't changed. Baz is still doing his boomerang beer reviews, if you like. He bounces back more times than a boomerang. But yeah, we've got another beer review for you now, and you may have noticed there's a little bit of a change in the scenery behind us. The fish tank's gone. The fish tank was here. The big fish tank that I had was here. That's gone. We're going to be getting a smaller one, so we've had a bit of a move around. And this is where I'm going to be sitting now when I do the odd beer review. So the beer we are looking at is a beer that I've reviewed in bottle form and in keg form from the Blade. This time I'm reviewing the same beer, obviously, as I've just said, but from the Heineken sub. So let me just turn that round. See that green light? Yes, that is the Heineken sub. This beer is from that, and the one we are going to be looking at is Lagunitas IPA. Coming in at 6.2%. It is one of them beers that I do enjoy. Not had any out of this yet. Now, they're not cheap on the sub. They do tend to be a little bit more expensive buying them in 2 litre form than 8 litre form, but I bought the sub because I used to like it, got rid of it for convenience, and then I've been thinking about getting another one to do some beer reviews, and I just decided to pick it up just so I can try some different stuff on it. So yeah, normally this Lagunitas is £14.39, or the current price is £14.39 for a 2 litre tub, which is the equivalent of 6 bottles. Depending on how you want to look at it, would you pay £2.50 for a 330ml bottle of Lagunitas? They're normally around £2 mark, but if you'd say you're willing to pay £2.50, £14.39 comes in at a decent price, really. Comes in at a sensible price. But I got this with 25% off, so it come down from £14.39 to £10.79. So without further ado, let's stop waffling. I'm not going to do a video with a pour because I can't be asked to set everything up, but I will pause the video. I'll go and do a pour now. We'll come back and we'll take the review from there. So back in a tick. So we are back. Now, you may have noticed, obviously, when I held the glass up against the camera, we are using the Lagunitas Brewing Company glass. And I was talking about the beer. Obviously, I've got this in a pint glass. There's probably, I'm going to say, because there's quite a big head on it, there's probably about the equivalent of a 440 500ml bottle there. But obviously, having it in this bigger thing, it's not working out as cheap, obviously. If I'd put it in a 330ml glass, you could be saying, yes, this has cost so much, so much. But with the price that I got it for, it's working out. It's like 3.5 pints, and it's working out about £2.50 a pint, something like that. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, £3 maybe, I don't know. So let's crack on with this beer review. Talking a lot of shit. So, beer in a glass. Has got a chill haze. The sub does chill the beer down to 2 degrees, so it's probably not an ideal temp for it. But it's a hazy sort of amber looking beer. Got about a 2 finger of really lovely compact head. Like I say, the first pour out of these machines does tend to make it, you know, the head does tend to be quite tight, fluffy and compact, and I think that does it favours that first one. No real carbonation going up, not that I can see. Oh yes, there is some going up. But yeah, looks really decent. So let's go in on the nose. Out of America, Lagunitas. Yeah, hoppy, malty, slightly sweet. I'm going to say there's a little bit of an orange sort of citrus note going on. But it smells decent, and for me, this and Goose Island are pretty much supermarket staples now. And I think they're decent drops. They're good, solid beers generally. So, let's stop talking. Let's get on with the Lagunitas IPA 6.2% from the Heineken sub. Cheers, everyone. That is lovely. That is lovely. go in again. Beautiful. First thing that I noticed with this, let's say the carbonation's there, but it is low. For me, it gives it an absolutely beautifully smooth mouthfeel. When you drink that, it is as smooth as a smooth can be, if you like. It's as soft as silk in the mouth. The body of the beer is quite weighty, but I'm not going to say it's a massively heavy beer, but it has got a bit of weight to it. You do just get that tingle of carbonation across your palate. So it's not going to fill you up with gas, but even though it's only very minimal, the carbonation, you do need it there just to sort of give it some sort of life, if you know what I mean. On the taste, yeah, for me, hoppy to start off with. Then you get that malty note coming through, the malty backbone coming through, followed by orange citrus. A little bit of orange citrus sort of note. It's, now I don't know if, I honestly don't know if this is sort of supposed to be a West Coast sort of style, but it's reminding me a bit of a West Coast sort of style. A little bit of resinous feel in the mouth. Now the mouth's nice and coated. I'm getting a resinous feel in there. Very much sort of like a marmalade, sort of orange marmalade sort of taste I'm getting in it. And a gentle bitterness. The bitterness is there all the way through. But it's gentle. It's gentle. It's not too much. Now, whether that's just my palate, because I swear this used to be quite a big bitter number, but certainly from the sub over there, it's certainly not feeling as bitter as I remember. But like I say, that could just be my palate. A beautiful drop. That really is a lovely drop, and it's 6.2%. It's very sessionable. Well, what I'm saying is it is very sessionable, but at 6.2%, it shouldn't be, if you know what I mean. It goes down well too easy. Yeah, there's even a little bit of pine in there for me. It's interesting. A lot smoother. I think bigger sort of flavours. A more rounded flavour than the bottles. Be interesting to try it up against the Blade one, but I'm not going to have sort of 10 litres of this sitting in me two machines. But from what I can tell, the bottle was lovely. The bottle and the can, lovely beers. The Blade one, a lovely beer. For me, this one seems a little bit different. Can't compare it, you know, with one right now, but just off the top of my head, this is a belter. Really smooth and a lot more rounded. So for me, Lagunitas IPA for the Heineken sub is a massive thumbs up. It's one of my favourite beers anyway, certainly on the machines. It's certainly a favourite IPA, go-to sort of IPA for me. But on the sub, it tastes even better. So if you own one, if you own sub, Heineken sub, Krupp sub, whatever you want to call them, and you're into your IPAs, get that one in you. That is a belter. So although a little bit expensive, is it worth it? I think, I mean, on this occasion, like I say, 25% off. I've had a deal on that, really. What would you say that works out as? Just short of 11 quid. And again, if you're looking at 330ml bottles for 6, it's coming in at less than 2 quid for one of them. 3.5 pints. 3 pints, what, if we said 3 quid? 9, yeah, you're looking about £3 for a pint. Now, I don't think you're going to pick anything of this quality up for £3 a pint. If you're paying the full price, £14.39, you're paying about £4.80 probably a pint. So it's a bit more expensive, but even so, are you going to get something of this quality for £4.80 a pint in a pub? I'm not sure you are, to be honest. So yeah, like I said, give it a go. I think it's a banger. Gets a thumbs up from me. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the comeback tour continuing, or this next episode of the comeback tour. Take care, and I'll see you probably on another one at some point. Cheers.